Lighthouse Moon Rabbit. All apologies to anybody who showed up for the journey. Pardon me. Who You Are by Gowlin, and now Be Together. Major Lazer. This song has spoken to me through many hard times. First it was Twin Flame Broken Heart. Then it was the death of my grandmother, proving to me that I'm not that shallow, I guess. But I drove all through my hometown crying and listening to this. And forgive me, y'all. Feelings just are so absurd to me sometimes. Maybe that's the Gemini part of me. Like, goddamn, why does this hurt so much? Baby, chasing after danger, making my own breath. Oh, whoa. Samikiel, Angel of Vengeance, coming through. And the Angel of I feel like both of these came out just like this. Sukloth, the Angel of Verdancy, is leading us through. And y'all, I picked this up and it had the moon at the bottom. And I was like, wasn't the moon at the bottom the last time I did a reading? That doesn't seem right. And so I shuffled it, and Spirit was like, fine, Cancer. Ooh, okay. Wow, all right. What? Then order. 10, 11, 12. And it wasn't nothing like in order when I shuffled it. Okay. I feel like that means we're moving through. We're going up. My dream was so rich and textured and funny. As told by Kenya, hang it up, flat screen, was in my dream. She was having a good old time too. Love to see it. And here we have Lupe Fiasco and Sting and the Police. Words I Never Said is coming through, but also like the first thing that I've listened to probably the man's whole discography, maybe excluding his most recent release. But the song that always comes to mind, is Sunshine. But then as I was about to say that, came, pardon me, I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Little Weapon. Little weapon, we're calling you. There's a war, but their guns are just too tall for you. Find you something small to use. Little weapon, we need you now. And Sting and the Police, that's like always. Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red light. Those days are over. You don't have to sell your body to the night. But also, don't stand so close to me. Oh, in my dream, I was in a very high scale mall that was also housing an auditorium, which reminded me of going to see The Wizard of Oz when I was like in kindergarten back home in Georgia. Y'all have no idea how trippy of an experience it was to go to a mall that I knew very well and end up in a concert hall that I never knew existed. It was like, I guess afterwards I read The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and it felt like that, like being transported to another dimension. Here, three, and I gotta say at the bottom, before I forget, The Used. What's that song? Well, Blue and Yellow was offered, but that's not the song I was thinking of. Let me drink. Pardon me. Won't you think I'm pretty when I'm standing top the bright lit city? I don't know what song that is. Predator came out first, and I've been talking about that. Bram Stoker's Dracula. Who was it? I think it was Tell All Your Business to Roe. They mentioned when Jonathan Harker had pretty much just arrived at the castle. It was great writing. And shit popped off immediately. And before it popped off, there was a sense of foreboding, but you didn't have to wait for it. It was like, bam. Don't go down that hallway. But it's almost like even him saying, don't go down that hallway, it was not a friendly warning. Clash of the Titans is at the bottom. A hero's journey, the journey of Andromeda, Perseus, Pegasus. Was the owl named Bobu? I loved that owl. And the funny thing about both Poltergeist and Predator is that I've seen memes for them. I had to leave the black nerd group. It's supposed to be a place where black nerds get together because, what we have in common is nerdery. But what we don't all have in common is open-mindedness and progressiveness of the mind. Maturity of the mind. Like, it's not a place about spiritual ascension. So I wasn't surprised. But Spirit had told me many times, girl, get your purse and go. But I liked the memes. So I tried to stick around. And while last night I had a dream where the important players were played by actors last night it was filled with people that I know. Very few people did I recognize as people that aren't a part or haven't been a part of my life. Some people, many of them that I have had close relationships with. Some of them I don't even fool with anymore, but, pardon me, I don't wish any ill on them. Convey. As for Poltergeist, there was a thread, pardon me, a thread that invited people, enlightened, to speak about which figures, as in characters, shows, etc., had frightened them as children. And someone shared, I believe her name is Zora from Poltergeist, the little lady. And I had to comment, because no matter where you go, there's soul family. There's people who resonate and reverb in your soul, and you guys connect powerfully, if briefly, over some observation that maybe only people in your soul cluster understand. Canis Major, dominance, octans, reflect. And about her, I remember identifying, even though at the time I couldn't, narcissist. No, narcissism, different. Narcissism is always present within a narcissist, but they are not the only people who can exhibit narcissism. And about her, I had said that she had frightened me and comforted me at the same time. And I couldn't have put those things into words. And I also remarked in that thread that I had had a lot of conflicting feelings as a child. I still do, but now I know what that is. But woo! Was it confusing then? Ascend? Imagine? Subtlety. That was Boots' lead. Ah, but in this concert hall dream that I had, I and some other, I'll call them students because I'm not sure what kind of school it was. I'm not sure at all, but we were all, it felt like college level or senior in high school. We obviously weren't old, but we didn't seem too young either. Not as young as many of these people and myself were when we first met. And the confidence and the happiness, like it was a happy affair. I was proud of all of us. My ex was there with another lady. She was cute. Cute as a button, actually. Hate. People's parents were there because we were going to be a part of a production. Maybe it was even Repo. But our musical instructor had been given the task of, readapting some things and directing it. And she was happy. And as I say, this mall is kind of high scale, so people were, before the thing started, some of them were seated and talking and catching up because the concert hall was huge. And some of us were out, looking at the shops and getting like the kind of sweets that get made at such a place. Teach. Power, attraction, punish, worship. And when I tell you that in the dream, my dreams have become so frequent, memorable, and there's been an element to them where at some point, even though I don't realize that I'm dreaming in the dream, I get like a message about what time it is in waking life. Like I woke up at 4:34, something like 4:34 or 5 on the dot. But in my dream, no, it was 4:55. When I woke up, it was 4:54. So by the time I get out of bed, it's 4:55. That happened yesterday too. I woke up at like 3:30 in the morning. But in my dream, I had thought, if you sleep too much longer, you'll sleep past, you'll want to turn off your alarm. You should get up now. It's 3 something. Like, this is my thought to myself in my dream. But in my dream, I never know that I'm asleep. So wild. So if you've been having remarkable dreams, weird blendings of dream and reality, believe it, baby. When I see divinity, it goes on the table, okay? I don't give a damn. That might be the last one. I kind of feel like it might, but maybe might isn't enough. So I'll fucking shuffle. It's still early. I got time. Because I am the one. I rule my world. Nobody rules my destiny. Hey. Learn. Hey. I think that's the end. Hate, teach, defeat, divinity, and learn. After. Did I show you? After subtlety came sense. Have y'all? Because I have. I've been on a separating the wheat from the tares mission in my life. I'm not giving no explanations. I'm just, you're out of here. Because do I have time anymore? No, I don't. I've spent like a year giving anybody who cared to be watching me, cared to be enmeshed in my energy in any kind of way, plenty of hints. And if they didn't catch on, well, because I'm sure, positive like I know my skin is brown, that I've grown a lot in 3 years. And while I don't share my personal business with any and everybody, I know that the sense of lightness comes off of me. Because, bitch, the sense of heaviness certainly did. And when I felt heavy, people kind of flocked to me. Now I got like a steady stream of, it seems like, peaceful, cool, funny souls coming to me every now and again. But when I was down, bitch, everybody could relate. Page of Cups. When I, in earnest, got on my self-love journey. Because it came to the point around 30. Around 30, I realized, damn, I must be kind of fucking strong since I'm not out of my fucking mind. 2 of Cups. Hey, what up? Love you. Then around 33, when I realized that when your life path is 6, if before that it was 33, you don't have to reduce it. That's your life path, 33. I didn't know that. Page of Wands. The good news, baby. That's when I realized I'm not just strong. I'm not just meant for war and battling. I have a period now where I get to be a warrior in a garden. I get to cultivate some shit. That might move. The wheel turned. I called that my Jesus year. Eight of Cups. started weighing what should have value. And I'm only referring to myself because, not because I'm necessarily, like, I'm centered on self. I always have been. And any deviation from that path did not do me well, but I do it the way I do it because I'm told to do it this way. Use myself as an example. And because I'm sure that I'm not teaching everyone this. For some, I'm confirming that yes, you've been doing that, because Lord knows that when you do that, people be like, oh, you don't fuck with us, you don't care about us, oh, you didn't change. I remember where you came from, like, bitch. Sean Paul and who? Dua Lipa? Three? Three? Three. The Empress up underneath this Ace of Cups. Underneath the Two of Cups. Next to the Three of Cups. And here we got this Three of Swords on the outside. You gotta say outside the club with that bullshit. Yep, Dua Lipa, no lie. Sean Paul, absolutely no lie. Those that didn't want to do the work and be patient in that stillness where it's kind of boring, where especially if you've been programmed by your life to expect toxic things and to self-sabotage with it, that shit feels boring sometimes. You be kind of forlorn. Damn. I wish I could go to that house party with all those fuck-ass people that I know don't mean me no well. But Spirit done told me to sit my ass down. Yup. Death underneath that. It was time for a transformation. Time to hold on to what you had. It was the separation. Nine of Swords. And it'd be hard. It'd be hard. Not every minute, but you get a craving, It's like my little niecey poo. She told me that she loves sugar so much that she can eat it just out of the bag. And I was like, for real? I thought I liked sugar, but I don't like sugar like that. We got like 2.25 gallons of chocolate ganache ice cream in the fridge right now. I have not wanted it. I keep trying to remind myself to eat it and move it out of my fridge. I don't know what sweets I've been, mostly like fruit sweet. I have a craving for something higher now. Oh, I didn't show you, did I? Don't be shy, take control of me. It's gonna be lit tonight, no lie. But baby, we're popping out. Even if it's, because now, we've got that self-assuredness. It's lit right here in this house, like, all the time. Whether anybody wants to, when I'm up, I'm fucking up. I feel bad for the people stuck at Burning Man. Oh, what? What? Lord. Whoa. You see this card? I used to want to go to places like Burning Man, but whenever I had the opportunity and the time, something just told me, no, there's something about the hedonism. The hedonism calls to you. You know what I mean? Of course, that's not all that there will be to it. But that's kind of what it is, because it's not centered around healing. It's not centered around health and self-love, you know? It's like a revival of that Woodstock hippie shit. But every time they try to, it had its time. Everything has its time and place where it works. But what works for a time and a place or a person will not work at other times in other places for other people. You know, we get fucked up trying to reproduce something that's not yours. Where is it? Yep, there it is. Check out the difference. It's like the light and dark aspects of the Four of Coins. Holding on, gripping tightly of the carrion bird that wants to hold on to this baby that's obviously not really theirs. And having a little bit of wonder for the little bit that you've created. Girl, that made me shook a little bit. Like, damn. Not stuck in the desert. That's as frightening to me on a visceral level as being stuck out in the ocean. Mm. 8 kilometers, baby. I am a little bit math illiterate. I would have to do the math. The way words have always just made sense and I can build upon them, math has always been more of a struggle. Five miles. I feel like a strong body, a healthy body, could probably do more than that. Huh. 10 of Wands in reverse. But otherwise, you might not want to be. How the fuck do you get stranded at Burning Man? Yes, ma'am. But I feel like if I was anywhere in the world, Delilah's mind is just not necessarily built with an affinity for math. I respect it. I used to feel away. Six of coins, which is funny. 4 and 2. No, that's 5 and 2. 5 and 2 is 7 of swords. I feel like that indicates leaving behind lies. Here we have the 6 of cups. Reminiscence. Now we have 4 and 2 on the board in the same deck. She's got one baby that's half human, half bear, and the other is half bear, half human, and she has to find a way to be able to support them both and give them both what they need. Don't we all? That one who's... You get 2. Usually I just hear climbing the stairway to heaven. Oh, but this time I got Jacob's Ladder, an invite, and I think it's both. Some are stuck in 3D and material, you know, because they don't believe in anything. They don't really have wonder for anything except they can taste, see, feel. Some of us ain't new to this. We true to this. Hey, who's that? That one who thought they got away with some shit, only to find they ain't found out yet, but they about to learn. About to learn what happens when divinity doesn't have your back. The way of defeat lies there. The ones that saw you trying to do the balance, finally getting the knack of it, like riding a bike, waiting for good things to come to you, seeing you blessed by Our Lady of Peace. And they ain't like that shit. And some of them went out of their way to try to chop your fucking fingers off when you were in a vulnerable period. That's what this card depicts. A girl whose uncle has taken her out to the fucking raging river, tossed her overboard, and then as she tries to climb up, cuts off her fingertips. All to get you to stop healing. All because they were jealous. In fact, worse than jealous. Hurt. They took it personal. They was wounded by the fact that you had these buff-ass spiritual guardians. And look at how happy the boy is. He's just doing what comes naturally to him. Working on appreciating this. Ace of Coins. Underneath that, while they were busy, stuck on materialism. That's the Emperor and his golden lark. And all he really loves about this golden lark is the songs it sings, not the fucking wonder. It's beautiful, isn't it? Not the wonder that they represent. But the Trinity saw that shit. They was watching. They were not amused. Very unamused. What's this? Is it heat wave? I think it is. You're being enhanced. Family? No. Waterfalls coming out your mouth. Which, yes, these are all upper decks. The upper decks. Like 40 and above, I would say. As far off as you personally can imagine, that's what those represent. Those are the higher decks. This Anima Mundi deck is my Earth deck. If you never heard Glass Animals, would recommend 10-10. Here we have the Tower, the World, and the King of Cups. I definitely heard, I'm gonna pick the world up and I'm gonna drop it on your fucking head. I could die now and leave Earth, motherfucker. Hop up in my spaceship and leave Earth, motherfucker. I'm gone. Y'all, all my crew is funny. They tickle me all the time. Let's not forget, up underneath, Poltergeist 3 came out. The 3! Hey. And we had 333. 3 in chat. Here we have Predator, Bram Stoker, Dracula, which definitely speaks. Huh. Samikiel Vengeance is coming through. 10th, 11th, and 12th house. Be not surprised when you get, when this moon moves through. If you remember, I mentioned the moon in the beginning, and then Cancer was at the bottom of the deck when I started. Be not surprised when the mystery of the moon lifts and you got, some gold bars. You got a successful career, or the career that you've been grinding away at becomes successful. When you start flourishing. And Ten of Wands was at the bottom. You start getting offers, but use your discernment. I'm sure you will, but I gotta say it anyway. Look, because there's gonna be emperors who are really utilizing your Empress energy. Don't be surprised when Temperance comes to the fray that surrounds, because the sun is about to rise and everybody's gonna get that justice. That wheel is turning. And I say career because the 10th house, I believe, I can't remember which is which, but 11th and 12th, the houses of open and secret enemies. I'm telling you, it's a wrap. The old demons and devils are about to get clapped with that. About to get run the fuck over by the wheels of your chariot. Madame and sir. About to get washed. Like, however you want to, they're getting moved out of the way because there's about to be new levels and new devils. The fuck you look like still having to scrap with the old ones who were stuck at the last level. They're going to need to fight some new heroes. I just saw the Five of Swords and I thought of this video where this kid is gaming in his room. He skipped school and his parents called the cops. The cops break into the room while he's on Discord talking about really not nothing. And the cop said, "Are you winning, son?" Why? King of Swords. And I think you're going to get a front row seat to it. Hi, good morning. Hi. Hi. Good morning. I love you. And don't spend no prayers. Yes, girl, the police. Like, if his lips weren't blessed to say the perfect thing at the perfect time, like, oh, kill him. Don't send no prayers of healing to these people, because I'm sure while you were trying to heal yourself, while you were trying to pull these 3 swords up out of your heart, they were praying and wishing on your downfall. Many men wish death upon you. So let them get it how they live. Don't get clapped by karma showing misplaced mercy, because now the rod is not going to be spared the child. So just move out the way, okay? Missy, pass that Dutch. I feel like I'm almost done, y'all. Yes. Because you worked hard at this. Yes. Look at this. 8 to the King of Wands. We've been seeing the Queen already. All y'all. My dudes, my women's, everybody in between who's really on that fucking spiritual journey. You worked and you got the 9 of Pentacles now. And you're just waiting on the 10th because you know that the reward is coming. Take a laugh at. Don't stop. Get it till your clothes get wet. Buttholes and Malone. She's so damn silly and I love it. Because you decided to voyage, even though it was scary and sometimes you look crazy. Ain't that something? Moving forward, what's 8 years? Strength? But even and especially my ladies had to learn how to get into this emperor energy. When the dog days are over and you've had your fucking conquest, how to just sit tough on your throne, all toes down, all legs of your chair stable as fuck, unshaken, unstirred. Who's at the bottom here? Do that first. Don't stop. Give it to your clothes get wet. Because you made a choice, you're getting your 10 of Pentacles. But those that just stood at the crossroads or fucking chose wrong, oh, my morning is going fantastic. I'm about to play some Minecraft Dungeons. They're going to be sitting in that moon energy. They're going to be facing some harsh truths, whether or not they ever learn how to recognize it. That's what's going to happen. And they're going to be fucked up in the game. Some of these people are going to lose the plot, which is another reason why you need to be out of the way. Okay? Be good. I love you. And thank you. And bye-bye. I'll probably see you tomorrow.